Good morning. Thanks for watching and checking out the video. So, it is November 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that. It's a Sunday morning. Nice and cool. The low tonight was like high 20s. So it's our first good actual freeze. So, I have been thinking about something that's been on my mind for a little while, and I've been trying to think of like, what's a good title for my thoughts. If you ever make YouTube videos, sometimes making the title to a video can be tough. So I've been thinking, and what I have come up with for the title, which is what's probably going to be what I name this, is going to be Struggles and Judgments. Struggles and Judgments. So, I'm not naming names, I'm going to be vague, but I have a friend who struggled with drug use, and it's a friend. I know that it's not something that this friend wants to struggle with, right? It's not the casual, I'm going to go to a party and go crazy kind of drug use. I'm not talking about something like that, but I'm talking about something that really truly got a hold of someone where it just couldn't get kicked. Just couldn't stop it. And that's a struggle. And the thing that's so different about that struggle, and again, this is what's been on my mind, but that struggle is seen so differently in society. So the rules of society that we live by, that these drugs are illegal, so therefore this particular person's struggle can put them in jail. Like, you can be put in jail for that struggle. So our society, and many times myself included, are quick to make judgments. Oh, put them in jail, you drug users, right? But then when you know the person, it's very different. You realize, okay, this is a human being, this is a very specific struggle, this is something that they've been trying to stop doing forever. And then you realize, like, you know what? I really don't judge that person. Not at all. And I shouldn't. I do when it's on a broad scale. So the generalization of druggie, right? Oh, put them in jail. Or someone that does this or that. So the generalization is very easy to judge. And I'm very guilty of that because I have made that judgment regularly, quite frankly. But then when you narrow it down to a specific person that you know truly struggles with this, and they don't want to anymore, they want to stop, and they actually need help, it's really hard as a society when we all are so quick to judge that struggle. And it is something that I've thought about, and it's something that is very, very, like, I don't know, it's hard to put into words because the struggle is a crime. The use or the sale or whatever, drug charges, whatever you want to call it, can be a crime. Our society has decided that is a crime, and I'm not arguing that. I have no problem with those kinds of rules, but a lot of times someone gets caught in an addiction or whatever, and that's their struggle. So flip side to that, right, is someone like me that has struggles, a lot of us have struggles, but are not outcast from society because, quite frankly, the society that we live in doesn't know our struggles, right? They are not illegal, but yet they are still struggles nonetheless. So it is really interesting. So some struggles of some people are out in the open. Dirty laundry is hanging out, right? Everybody sees it because they're in court being tried for said struggle. The rest of us just live our lives without the judgment of society. Anyway, it's just a really interesting, thought-provoking. Obviously, there's arguments to this idea and this thought. I'm not justifying drug use. I am just clarifying that I have made the mistake of a very broad judgment, sometimes just a classification of, those people, right? All these judgments that I have seen lately and I've been a part of lately have just started to bother me more and more. And I don't know how to solve it. Just don't. Because again, we all have struggles. I believe we all have struggles. And some of us have struggles that are just on the inside, or just diseases or things that we'd like to change in our lives that are just difficult to change. How we act, how we think, those kinds of things. And then others are truly addicted to drugs. And so as a society we say, lock them up because they're breaking the law. Is that right? Should there be a better way to help that person? Those people? This idea can be broadened to a lot of things. Not just drugs, but struggles and judgments. We all have struggles, and I feel that we all, well, I shouldn't say we all, because I don't know you. I judge. Quick to judge many times. So, I already told you the date. So clearly if you're watching this, then you know, oh, that's after an election. Okay, this conversation applies. Maybe more of the judgment than the struggle, but this conversation applies. I don't judge you for who you voted for. No. But we should all act nice. This is not a political rant or political video, but it's just something that does carry over. Policy is something that can change what I'm talking about today. How do we actually help people? I don't know. I don't know. There are a lot of good nonprofits out there. There are a lot of good people out there. Thank goodness. But it is something that's been on my mind. I don't really know what else to add to that, but it is something that hopefully I can improve over time, just to make myself a better person so that I'm not so quick to judge. Generally with me, my quickest judgment in my day-to-day life is of someone based on their finances. That's just because that's what I do for a living, so I see finances, credit scores, income, everything, right? So I see, just with what I do for a living, I see all that stuff. So a lot of times I can be really quick to say, holy cow, you make $200,000 a year. Why do you have all this debt? And that's a quick judgment. Very quick judgment. I do it all the time. I shouldn't, but I do. And that's just another example. There's a lot of examples, unfortunately, in my life. But it's something that's that's really easy for all of us to do, I feel like. No matter which side you're on, no matter who you voted for, it is very easy to make quick judgments like that. And we shouldn't, in my opinion. We shouldn't. Instead of me saying, gosh, you make $200,000 a year, why do you have so much debt? I should get to know you. And then maybe then I'll find out that you have a kid that had to go through cancer treatment, or then I find out you had a car accident that just ruined everything, and all of a sudden these things, crazy domino effect, and it's just the hardest time of your life, and you've never had that in your life, but all of a sudden this stuff happens, right? You don't know. Maybe it was poor choices all along, but we don't know that. I don't know that from my first 5-minute conversation or whatever, so I don't know, there's a lot of areas that this applies, this idea of struggles and judgments. Feel free to comment if you feel like you want to. Obviously, we'll keep it civil. I have no problem with people posting and me not disagreeing, or bleh. I have no problem with people posting and me disagreeing with them. I just am very curious to hear, though, what is something that you either struggle with, if you choose to share, or what is something that you are really quick to judge. Maybe it's something that you see in your job, or maybe it's something that you see in your family. But should we be so quick to judge? Should we be able to offer help first? I don't know. I don't feel like judgment is our place. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Maybe this is something that you can kind of think about after you watch this video. Struggles and judgments. What are my struggles? What do I not want to be judged on based on those struggles? This can apply to a lot of things. The specific one that I discussed was what's been on my mind, was just someone who struggles with drugs, not by choice. And our society is very quick to say, lock them up. And that's hard sometimes. So anyway, I don't judge those people. I have in the past. I have made a category of quote-unquote druggy. And when you know someone that's been in that, and I know a few, probably a good number of people who have been in that life and have struggled to ever get out, and I do know of a few people that have been very successful in leaving that life, and so those people that have been successful in leaving that life have had help, and they've also had judgment, but I feel like they've probably had a little more help than they did judgment, whether that's from a family member or an entire family, friends, whatever it may be. Maybe it is a nonprofit, something like that, but those people who are successfully coming through and quitting with drugs, alcohol, whatever you want to call it, have help. So there are enough good people out there that probably have already had the thoughts I'm thinking and have already taken action to help people, and I'm glad there are those types out there. They're good people that want to help. So, and you know what, the people who want to help, maybe they voted for Hillary, maybe they voted for Donald, who cares? If they're helping people, let them help people. Let them help people. Vote for whoever. I mean, of 100 people that watch this video, 56 of you voted anyway. So, whatever. Help people, right? That's what we should do. We shouldn't say, who'd you vote for? No, I'm not going to help you. We shouldn't say, why? We should just help them and then come alongside them and be friends. I'm not speaking to you, the watcher, or the subscriber. I'm speaking to myself just as much, because I fall short of this regularly, because it is not easy. Not easy. So, I will say thanks for watching. Click the likes, the likes, thumbs up, whatever, and let's be nicer. How's that? I'll go out on Let's Be Nicer.